All right, let's not waste any time here. Penny Parker, this character fucking sucks. If you want to play a good tank and you want to rank up and you want to get out of the silver ranks, out of the metal ranks, don't play Penny Parker. She's very bad on attack. You have to really position her well, and you can't really solo tank with her at all. And she's really only good at hindering dive characters, or maybe if the enemy team is also running a solo tank, you can just spam your webs at them. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of util out of this character other than just you sit in one spot and the enemy doesn't come to that one spot unless they're like way better than you, and by that I mean they're running better characters. Next, honestly, I'd put Cap in B tier. This character, he's gotten a lot of micro buffs, but he's still kind of weak in the sense that he doesn't have the playmaking potential himself. He's very team reliant. You don't carry on Captain America. You're not topping the leaderboards, and this character isn't meant to top like the leaderboard or the scoreboard. But the value you get out of the character, you need to rely on your team. You need your team to push in. You need if you're making space on Cap, if you're holding back like 2 or 3 of the enemy team, like you're sitting on the back line, you have to hope that your team recognizes that and makes a play off of that. There's no carrying with Cap. Next, I put Venom. Venom is in the same kind of deal where even though you can't you can't solo carry with Venom as a whole, it's still you can get a little more value than with Cap because he still has greater kill potential. You still have a greater you have combos with your ultimate to secure picks, but it's still you make space for your team and you have to hope that your team runs in. Unless you're running a full dive team like with Spider-Man Psylocke, like you're not gonna get a whole lot of value if you're just solo queuing with Venom. Out of honestly, these are the only bad tanks I would say. Bad. None of the tanks are bad, but if you want to solo queue and you want to rank up, I personally would not play these three because the amount of value you have to produce, like the amount of skill you have to express to get any sort of results on these characters, you can play any of these other tanks and try a little bit less and get way more value. Honestly, next I'm gonna put the Thing in A tier. This character is fucking ridiculous. Honestly, fuck it. I'll put him in S tier. Thing is really good. Thing, he has his haymaker is a giant fucking hitbox that is damn near undodgeable. It's the size of a fucking freight train, dude. It does like 90 damage or whatever. It again, the main thing about that is just the big hitbox and the piercing damage as well. So you can just farm your ult really fast, and you get your ultimate charge really quickly compared to the other tanks and compared to other support ults. So you can kind of whip that out way faster than a lot of other characters. And also, he's really good at anti-dive. If you want to play an anti-dive tank, I don't know why you would play Penny over the Thing, because sure, Penny can really anti-dive really well, but Thing can anti-dive and he can dive and he can brawl and he can do everything. This character is fucking disgusting. I skipped A tier, but for A tier, I'm gonna put Hulk. Hulk is fucking he's gross. This character can just jump around, spam his jump, be kind of a nuisance all game. Just spam bubbles on his front line, jump back, protect his back line. His exile is disgusting. Just hitting an exile on a support, on one support while you're punching the other one, kill the first support, then go back to the guy you've exiled. Kind of a good 2v1 kind of deal there. He's really good at just isolating people, causing a disruption. His ultimate going into the World Breaker Hulk is a really good stalling tool. There's very, very easy primal techs you can get if you're very good with Winston from Overwatch. You can kind of just go crazy with his ultimate. I honestly get a lot of value out of Hulk just because I love playing Winston. So if you have any kind of I want to say mechanical skill, but if you have residual skill from Overwatch with Winston, Hulk is your guy. For A tier, I'm gonna put Doctor Strange. He's gotten a lot of nerfs. I wouldn't say he's the best tank in the game anymore, but he's still really good. His shield is 600 health. He has the shift to get him out of any situation. He has the teleporter, the portal to last second touch, or to go for insane plays. Most of the time, I view it as just getting it to point faster because that's kind of where you're going to use it 9 out of 10 times, unless you're trying to troll with your portal. But he also great damage. The Hulk team up is still really good, especially with your ultimate. You can always get team wipes with it. it's just a solid pick. You can't really go wrong with picking Doctor Strange. There's no comps that he's bad into. Maybe Punisher, Rocket, maybe. Other than that, he's still really solid. Groot, no one wants to listen to me, bro. No one wants to listen to me when I tell them that Groot is the best fucking tank in this game. Groot is so disgusting. 800 HP wall, you get 300 HP walls, and you can put 2 of those 300 HP walls up at the same fucking time, and then also put your 800 HP wall up. This character, you see any player slightly overextended, I mean very slightly overextended, you instantly wall them off and your team capitalizes. And even if your team doesn't capitalize, you put the damaging wall first, throw your grenade, hit one shot, and they're dead because the wall kills them for you. This character is fucking gross. Your ultimate, Zarya Graph, but it does way more damage. What? This character is... No one wants to believe me. Everyone says, oh, just play Wolverine. Oh, just play Punisher, Rocket team up. Oh, just play Bucky. A good Groot is going to tell his team, hey guys, ban Bucky, ban Wolverine. You don't even have to say ban Wolverine. The other team is most likely going to ban him for you. You say ban Wolverine, ban Punisher. And then you just play fucking Groot and no one can kill you. Honestly, I've lost games where they've banned these high damage output characters and they just run with this guy and a fucking shark on his shoulder. And he has so much sustain. He has so much like area control with his walls. You can't fight back. This character hard counters Thing. He hard counters like Magneto, which Magneto is A tier. Fuck it, Magneto is S tier. These out of the other S tier tanks, Groot shits on both of these guys. He walls Magneto off, he walls fucking Thing off, and they're dead. This guy can't run. He can't run around the wall, and this guy can't do anything. He has no mobility. If you want to win games, if you want to just sit there and just win games constantly, play Groot. Learn Groot. Learn how to play this character. Learn how to play against his counters. This character will carry you to fucking Celestial in a day. And I gotta put Thor in A tier. Thor's my beautiful king, my beautiful guy. Honestly, I've been low key one tricking Thor to Celestial. This character is so fun. He's in the same boat where you can't frontline with this guy as much as you want to sometimes because he doesn't have any damage negation. He only has the overhealth from his abilities. But if you play him with like Magneto, Thing, Cap, Strange, any of these characters that want to take a little bit more damage, honestly, you can play him with Thing. You play him with Thing and you get the damage reduction on both of you. He's a fucking insane brawl tank. You play him with Cap, you go in with your Cap, he's an insane dive tank. You play him with Magneto, he's an insane dive and brawl tank. You know, he can fit very well into other duo support or duo tank comps because he has so an insane amount of damage output with his rune ability. He also has a lot of crowd control with his shift and his lightning bubble where he places it down, and although it's not mainly used for damage, you use it just to get your Thor Force back. It still does a good bit of damage, and I've gotten a few kills with it just from placing it down, getting my Thor Force back, and then people just running through it, not realizing how much damage it actually does. Honestly, Thor is really good, especially when you're solo queuing, because he doesn't rely on his team as much because of his kill potential. You pop rune and you kill 2 people within one use of the ability. You pop it again and you kill 2 more people. You know. Or you can just pop it on the front line, break Doctor Strange shield, reactivate it with your lightning bubble, and then go back into rune ability and then continue shooting at the fucking Doctor Strange. There's this character has so many options on how to play him. He's very versatile. That's why I love playing him. I can just kind of do whatever my team needs at that moment. But he still gets shit on by Groot. He still kind of gets negated if people are bubbling him. And Thing, you hit shift and Thor kind of can't move and he dies. But again, guys, if you want to rank up, I would not play any of these bottom 3 characters. They're not bad. I would play them if you have a really good Spider-Man on your team. I'd play Venom. You have a really good Thor on your team, or you're playing Dive and you have a Venom. I would play Captain America so you can get dive with them. Penny, if you're on attack and like maybe you have Groot and I don't know, maybe they're also playing a really hard dive team, I would play Penny maybe. But honestly, right now, I would still play Thing over Penny just because you get the shift to deal with divers. You can jump to your supports and give them damage reduction. You also, if they're really hard to hit like Black Panther or Spider Man, you just kind of you shake your camera around and you keep fucking punching. You keep throwing out your haymaker because it's just a big hitbox and you're gonna hit them eventually. You know, it's honestly way easier to just like spin your camera around really fast and spam your haymakers than it is to try and land a skill shot with your web. But if you want to take the game a little bit more seriously and try to rank up, honestly, I'd play Groot. I'd play Magneto. These characters are so good right now. Groot is really good. He's a really good solo tank, and Magneto's a really good like. I'd say you can solo tank with him, but it's a little hard because you don't really have the space making potential because you don't have any movement. You just have to walk. You literally just have to walk forward with either your shield or your bubble. But he's still really good at countering support ults because his ultimate is really good. Thing is really disgusting right now. Honestly, people don't understand how disgusting this guy is, especially in a 3 tank like run. If you're running him, Magneto, and Thor, these 3 guys together are they're unstoppable, bro. They're unstoppable. But yeah, play these 3 if you want to win the game. Play these 3 if you want to have fun. Play these 3 if you're fucking stupid or something. Thank you.